Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you tonight, live after SmackDown. It seems that WWE has added one more match to the Payback pay-per-view coming up this Sunday live on the WWE Network. I was really thinking that, Adam Rose versus Jack Swagger, seeing how it was a big angle, that we've seen week after week with Zeb and Swagger basically not wanting to get onto the party train and each other keeps getting involved in each other's matches, and after we saw the big debut, I was thinking they would captivate it off with a match at Payback. Well, it seems that they had time to add Alexander Rusev going up against Biggie Langston, but they're going to have to go to the drawing board, see how much all the matches, how much time they're all going to take, and if they have any time left over to see if we're going to get to see Swagger in action. I would love to see him on the pay-per-view, even in a losing effort, just to see that Jack's hanging on, but he's always going to be in a good place in my mind. Alexander Rusev against Biggie Langston. You guys heard me when I talked about the match between Cesaro and Sheamus. I really think that's going to be a really good match. You see two big guys just go in there and just want to beat the holy hell out of each other. And that's basically the same way I see of Rusev versus Big E. This is a classic 80s style wrestling matchup, much like, like the Warlord getting in there against the British Bulldog. I think that is one of the matches that I sort of talked about from the 80s, that, just two guys get in there and just beat the holy hell out of each other and just see, where the chips fall at the end of this match. Honestly, in my mind, I think that this is going to be an Alexander Rusev win. Biggie Langston, this is too bad, Biggie's coming off after losing the Intercontinental title to Wade Barrett at the pay-per-view last month. Of course, Rusev is coming off the big Extreme Rules, beating the tandem of, who did he beat? Is it R-Truth and Xavier Woods? I'm pretty sure. I know it was a handicap match, and he beat two guys. Although I was thinking maybe it wasn't R-Truth and maybe it was somebody else. Whoever it was, he beat two guys in one match. And he was able to take one of the guys out of there pretty fast in there. Basically, during what got us to the match here was basically Alexander Rusev was going to beat the holy hell out of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! A few weeks ago on Raw, Biggie Langston came down there to make the save, and then basically Hacksaw gave Biggie Langston some words of advice, and then next time we saw Biggie Langston on Monday Night Raw, he was waving the big old American flag like he was going to be the new Hacksaw Jim Duggan or something like that. That's the wrong way to take Big E. I know that Big E's sort of in a weird spot right now because, he's lost some matches. He lost his Intercontinental title. It's almost like, they started pushing him and then they stopped. And now we're in this wait and see what they're going to do with them in the future. All I know is that when you look at Triple H and you see, how much love he has for his NXT brand. They just did the NXT pay-per-view this Thursday. It was their second one. He's really, hands-on with all of the guys there. Even when he's, working in Stamford, he's got the television in his office. He can see what's going on at the Performance Center 24 hours a day. Whether if the guys are in the ring, if they're doing promos, if they're in the shower, anything they're doing, he can basically, see what is going on at the facility. And he's going to be hands-on with these guys when they get to WWE. They're going to have a whole lot of slack. Basically, I would believe that he's not going to want to give up on any of these guys. They're all like, basically, how they have the Paul Heyman guy sort of deal. How, basically it got started was like, Paul Heyman takes these guys and, he gives them their first early push. That way they're loyal to them throughout the time. Well, Triple H put his stock in developmental and he took it over. And, these guys that are being the first group of guys being pushed up to the main level, they're like his babies, they're like his kids. And he wants to see them grow to fruition to make sure that this NXT brand is actually going to be building stars. They've put a whole lot into this. Building the huge performance center, increasing the amount of ring space they have, increasing the locker room and the strength conditioning, and they put a lot of money into building that place in the hopes of really, you know, getting something out of it. You can say that FCW, before it became NXT, even you know, when they were in Deep South. I don't want to talk crap about Ohio Valley because they pumped out a lot of good wrestlers at one time. They had Brock, Shelton Benjamin, John Cena, and Batista. What the hell? That would be one hell of a dream indie roster right there. But basically, you know, Triple H, these are his guys. He's going to make sure they're on the shows. They're heavily featured. So that way he can make sure that they are going to grow into be the superstars of tomorrow. But, you know, I'm going to take Rusev in this match. Got big loves for Biggie Langston. I just want to see these guys hit the hell out of each other. And I know everybody's going to be really excited that Lana's going to be out there for free for all of us to watch on the pay-per-view. Peace out, everybody.